When Jurgen Klopp stood in the middle of the pitch at Anfield and started singing Arne Slot's name, I couldn't believe that was the end. A Premier League title in 2020 and a Champions League trophy on top in 2019. Along with many other trophies and memories, those have made him a club legend forever. Now a new age is upon us. Arne Slot's men immediately won the Premier League title in his first season, and the club's owners are looking to spend over 200 million in one transfer window, which is unheard of for Liverpool. 150 million euros for Florian Wirtz, a true magician on the ball, one of the main reasons as to why Leverkusen went unbeaten in their title-winning season, a true game-changing signing for Liverpool. Along with him is friend Frimpong, who is signed for 40 million, a right-back with the attacking qualities of a winger and the pace of Roadrunner. On the other side of the pitch, Liverpool seem to have secured the signing of Kerkez, a left-back who truly is a relentless and has a wand of a left foot on him. The rumour is Liverpool isn't done spending though. A new striker, left winger and centre back seem to be linked to the club every day. So let's find out what the future holds for Liverpool. Before we even move on, Liverpool fans, where do you rank this shirt, man? I absolutely love it. Actually, in fact, I'm going to put it on now. So let's get into it. This is the squad that has won Liverpool the Premier League title with a big gap above Arsenal, as we all know. But it's also the team that has lost against PSG in the Champions League. But however, taken them to the furthest point into the penalties and only losing there. So at the end of the day, this is an incredible team that also is losing Trent Alexander-Arnold. As we all know, he has signed with Real Madrid, and this is just us looking at this team at the end of the season, but he is gone. But why does Liverpool need all these new signings going into the next season, apart from the fact that Trent has left? It comes down to the fact that Mo Salah in 52 games has gotten 34 goals and 23 assists. He basically decided this Premier League title completely by himself. Yes, he did have some help with the likes of Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, but that's it. Like many players in here just don't get the numbers that are required to take the pressure off of Mo Salah. But having said that, obviously all the new signings are going to be very good for this club, specifically Wirtz. So let's get into the new season. Bring all the new players in. And there he is, the first one, Florian Wirtz. Every time I do that, people are like going mental in the comments, so I guess I'm gonna do it every time. But as a German myself, let me just say, Willkommen Wirtz. That means welcome. And we all already know the meme about this guy, right? Frimpong. Alright, la. You alright, la? That one? Yeah, too good. And this is the last one that isn't as official yet, but let's be real. It's just gonna happen, isn't it? Milos Kerkez in a Liverpool kit for the upcoming season. So now with Wirtz in the 10, Kerkez at left back and Frimpong at right back, all the new signings are in the team. The big question now, however, becomes, since Wirtz moves into that 10, what happens to Szoboszlai? Is Szoboszlai gonna be the one that drops out, or will there be an even bigger change where you will have players like Luis Diaz actually leaving the team? These players have been linked to other clubs. Luis Diaz has been linked to Barcelona and also teams in Saudi. Gakpo has been linked to the likes of Bayern Munich. Federico Chiesa has been heavily linked to AC Milan. Joe Gomez seems to be linked to the entirety of the Premier League. And Darwin Núñez was wanted by Al Ahly in the Saudi League. Whilst Harvey Elliott has come out in the press basically stating that he doesn't want to rot away his career on the bench. And just now, Jarell Quansah has been heavily linked to Bayer Leverkusen. So with all of this in mind, what is actually going to be happening at Liverpool in this summer transfer window? No one can tell for 100%, but I think this, what I'm about to show you, is what's actually going to be happening. So in the setup of Bayer Leverkusen, Wirtz was a left attacking midfielder in a 3-4-2-1 formation with the freedom to move down to the wings or cut inside and drift all over the pitch. The beauty of his game is that he can score goals by himself, running through teams, or he decides to play incredible passes for the strikers in front of him as a central attacking midfielder. Now, obviously, he also plays down the left-hand side a lot and has had many moments of goal-scoring opportunities created through his actions. Specifically with Frimpong, they've been linking up really well. So to me, it's clear. Wirtz coming into this squad really opens up the opportunity to let go of a bunch of players, because he can play off of the left-hand side and we have Szoboszlai in the center, or he plays in the center and whoever is left on that left wing actually takes over the position, whether it be Gakpo or Luis Diaz. But what it truly allows Liverpool to do is to passively get rid of a bunch of players. So the choice will be between the two players above me, Luis Diaz and Gakpo, or will he decide to play Szoboszlai or bench him? And that's something that none of us will know until we get into pre-season and we see how Arne Slot is going to be playing. So I'm going to take my guess and just do it my way from this point on. Oh, and let's not forget that world-class goalkeeper Mamardashvili has now joined into the Liverpool squad as well. So for Alisson, the situation is clear. Whenever he is done, this guy takes over. Before I even make any signings, let's understand that 13 players at Liverpool have their contracts running out in the upcoming season. Most prominently, Konate. Liverpool cannot lose this man on a free. I know for a fact if he does go out on a free, he probably joins Trent at Real Madrid, and we do not want that. And apart from him, we have Ben Doak, who has been very good in the championship. We have the likes of Tyler Morton still here. We have the likes of Beck, Williams, Phillips, and also, incredibly important, Andrew Robertson. Yes, he might not be the starter moving forward, but let's understand that Robertson still has a lot to give to this club. And I believe he sticks around while someone like Tsimikas goes, unless Liverpool wants to save on his wages. I don't know how much he's earning these days, but that could be an issue. And so it begins. Harvey Elliott is the first one to leave the team. I absolutely love Harvey Elliott, but let's be real. He has come out and officially said it. He is looking to play day in, day out in the starting 11 for a team, and Liverpool just won't be the one, sadly, especially with Wirtz coming in. At first, Slot brought him in for just about 5 million, and now Liverpool needs to cash in on Federico Chiesa. It is just a player that Slot doesn't trust in, and for me, I think this deal is going to go through. Especially when you consider that Ben Doak is going to return to Liverpool after a successful spell at Middlesbrough, getting over 10 goal contributions, also picking up an injury, sadly. But Rio, the incredible young talent who's coming through the Chelsea Academy, now playing for Liverpool, could be a generational player. So that man is also there to back us up in the future. And Kostas Tsimikas, we absolutely love you, pal. But your time here might just be done with Kerkez coming in, let's be honest. And now with the last hour of the transfer window shutting down, I get to tell you about all the sales that we have made. So Chiesa for 34.2, Harvey Elliott has moved to Valencia for 23, Joe Gomez has left us for 20, Tsimikas for 11.6, and then there's a bunch of youngsters that are leaving Liverpool. But at the same time, I do believe some of these will be loaned out and some of these will be sold with a buyback clause. So depending on what happens in the future, we'll see. Some of these guys might be back at Liverpool again. Now, I will admit, Luis Diaz was on the transfer list for me, and I did try to sell him, but I wasn't happy with the amount of money some clubs were willing to pay. And the same goes for Darwin Núñez. I love the chaos that he creates, and I truly believe that Darwin Núñez in this Liverpool team still has a future, and I'm hoping he actually sticks around. Now, this is how I believe Liverpool might line up going into the next season. Jota or Darwin Núñez up top, mainly because I don't see Diaz and Núñez being sold to facilitate the signing of another striker, if both of those guys actually leave, and maybe even Jota, which some Liverpool fans want to see gone. I can see them buying a striker, yes, of course, but I don't think it's realistic right now. So I do believe that the team will play in a way where if we are in possession, Gravenberch will drop in between both centre-backs Van Dijk and Konate. That will allow Frimpong and Kerkez to move forward and put Wirtz into a formation which again is going to be a 3-4-2-1-esque formation where he can actually support the attack from a position he is familiar with. but we will see how all of this turns out. It definitely is an option for Arne Slot. And Slot's men were ready to take on Manchester City for the first time in the new season. Wirtz was trying his best to score, but Slot was unhappy, and specifically because Darwin Núñez kept missing sitters, and that is something we have seen previously, and we have seen again. It leads to a draw at home, and Slot has seen enough. Núñez's time at Liverpool is actually over. And now for 28 million, Spurs have agreed to sign Darwin Núñez. He could still be a menace in the Premier League, but he's leaving in January. Well, at least Arne Slot can be pretty happy about the fact that Konate has now agreed to sign an extension to his contract. An immense player for the club moving forward. He's gonna stick around. And well, through all of our sales, we have 204 million to spend on a new striker. And at some point down the line, I truly believe that Alexander Isak will be playing for Liverpool. It is not gonna happen immediately this transfer window, but once Liverpool starts selling players, Alexander Isak, in my opinion, is the perfect choice for this team. And so he comes in 413 million, which is obviously an insane amount of money, but we need to do it. And Liverpool is known for making really good January transfer windows, so I felt like this was the right way to do it. 88 rated as he comes into the team. And finally, Jota is put onto the bench, which, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but I think he should be a bench player for Liverpool going into the next season. But Isak comes in now with 89 pace, 88 shooting, 86 dribbling, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 6'4", with 4 very useful play styles. And thinking about this attack with Wirtz, Salah, Isak, Diaz, and Gakpo even, insanity. With all these signings, Liverpool were able to retain the Premier League title. 89 points, 5 ahead of Manchester City, with only 1 loss on the record. The Community Shield had gone our way, the Carabao Cup was won by Spurs, and the FA Cup, making it a double. Liverpool has picked that up as well. However, in the Champions League, Manchester City retaliates. They are in the final whilst we are not. And that is unacceptable when you consider how good we have been. And we somehow got kicked off. Oh my god, in the playoffs? AC Milan kicked us out. 7-6 on aggregate. What a mental matchup that is. 2 of the greatest clubs in Europe clashing right there. But now that we have won the Premier League title 2 seasons back to back, we need to focus or shift our focus into European football as well, whilst maintaining our strength in the Prem. Now here's the deal. The main goal scorer once again is Mo Salah, 38 and 11. But Alexander Isak, with 9 less games, has 34 and 12, showcasing me clearly this was the right signing to make. And along with that, much respect to Luis Diaz coming up with 24 and 8 in possibly maybe his last season for us, but then again, maybe not. We'll see. If I can sell him for an insane amount, I will go ahead and do so. But we have different problems right now. Oh, and also Wirtz, 15 and 11. Pretty impressive for a first season. I'm okay with that. 26 goal contributions. But this is the issue. Van Dijk now down to an 87 because he's 34 years old. Alisson maintaining his strength, which is good. But Mo Salah has come down to a 90 as well. And even Endo is down in his rating. So clearly we have some players that are aging in here, specifically 2 very important ones. Now that doesn't mean to me that I'm gonna get rid of Salah or sell Van Dijk. Both of these guys will retire at Liverpool. That is my plan. So that means I have to go out into the next summer transfer window, bring in a player that can take over Van Dijk's position in the future, and at the same time find someone that can take over that Salah position. Now ideally I would have Rio, the incredible wonder kid that Liverpool has, and use him here if possible. But that is not possible right now, as you know. Would you look at that? Liverpool maintain an interest in Bradley Barcola, with any potential move for the PSG star not impacted by Florian Wirtz's impending arrival. Barcola to Liverpool? Wow. And so in he walks, my friends. Bradley Barcola is now a Liverpool player. What a signing. I didn't see these rumors coming, but it has happened. He comes in for about 90 million. And I can see Barcola leaving PSG because Desiree Doué and Kvaradona are going to be playing all the games. Let's be completely honest. Barcola is still an extremely talented player who had more goal contributions than Desiree Doué last season. Keep that in mind. So, Liverpool being linked to him, I thought, let's go for it, man. This could be an amazing player for our team because he can play on both sides of the wing, left wing and right wing. I've seen him play for Lyon, that breakout season, basically, where a lot of people were looking at him and thinking of buying him. Then obviously he joined PSG, as many French players do these days. But he comes into our team. 23 years old, 90 pace, 80 shooting, 80 passing, 87 dribbling, with finesse shot, rapid, and flair on him. And let's not forget, we still have Cody Gakpo. So, I could easily sell Luis Diaz now in order to facilitate the move for the next Van Dijk. And I think that's what I have to do, because my budget is not enough to sign a centre-back on top of this. And it's official. Luis Diaz is leaving the team for 113 million to join Atletico Madrid on the next step in his career. Seems like Liverpool are amongst the clubs that are interested in Ousmane Diomande, who's an exceptional talent playing for Sporting at centre-back. And so we are going in for him. Diomande is the one that we have chosen to back up Van Dijk and possibly help us down the line. He comes in from Man City in this case. He had joined from Sporting in real life if it was to happen, but here we go. 82 rated, which is not the highest rating. 4 ratings behind Konate. After a season of being built up behind Van Dijk, he could easily go up to an 85, and that is pretty good if you ask me. So, I'm going to take... Who do I take off the bench? I guess Jones, because I do have the likes of Szoboszlai still there. I mean, Szoboszlai constantly on the bench. It just feels wrong, but... He comes in now at the age of 22, 82 pace, 81 defending, 88 physicality, 6'3", long ball pass, jockey, block, and bruiser. And I'm not surprised that Liverpool are linked to him. He is a quality centre-back for the modern game of football. So I'm very excited. If this happens, I'll be happy. And so for the season opener, we were facing Arsenal. Isak's pass into Mo Salah started things off in the 6th minute as Salah finds him again with a back heel. Isak takes us 1-0 ahead, and this shows the new strength of Liverpool. Isak himself actually finds the pass into Barcola, who obviously is new and wants to prove himself. And on that left wing, he puts 2 defenders to sleep and bangs it top bins on the near post. It didn't end there. Wirtz gets the assist for Mo Salah, who scores a ridiculous goal to make it 3-0 and send Arsenal home, letting them know we are going for that Premier League title one more time. And here we go. Liverpool have won the Premier League title once again. 95 points, 7 points ahead of Manchester City, as Arsenal finishes in the 8th position, struggling. The Community Shield, we have lost against Man City. The FA Cup, we beat them though, so congrats to Liverpool for winning the double. The treble it couldn't be because Spurs with Darwin Núñez have won that trophy. However, in Champions League football, once again, we struggled. Man, we got beat by Bayern Munich in the penalties. 6-5 on penalties. Semi-finals, they went through again, and now they're facing off against Leipzig in the final. I mean, that is a very odd finale if you ask me. But hey man, this team looks insane right now. Isak 92, Wirtz 93, Salah, I turned him into a right wing. He went from 90 to 91, and this season he's gone up again. Frimpong 90, Kerkez 89. Seriously, how freaking good is this team? This reminds me of when Andrew Robertson and Trent used to have like both 87 rating, I believe, but yeah, Frimpong 90, Kerkez 89. I'm liking that. Let's check the stats. Wow. Are you freaking kidding me? This is a new record. This man has 71 goal contributions in 62 games. Do you understand what this means? I mean, that's unbelievable. Salah, 38 and 21 at the age of 34. Hopefully he actually does that for Liverpool. And then we have Barcola on 24 and 9. Wirtz has 20 goal contributions once again in the cam position. McAllister has 21. Klavenberg looking solid there from CDM. Isak, man, how the hell did you do that? And now that Van Dijk is 35 years old and 87 rated, Diomande at the age of 23 with a rating of 85 is preparing to take over. I don't think the news that Isak is the player of the tournament is surprising anyone. And now going into the new season, Isak, his buddy from Newcastle United, Anthony Gordon, is joining Liverpool as well. Why? Because he has been linked to Liverpool so many times in the past, and I truly do believe at some point he's going to end up playing for us. Coming in for about £80 million, which is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be the only transfer we make going into this season. And Ben Doak, as much as I love you, I don't think it's enough. 77 rating is not enough. So with that being said, Anthony Gordon now comes in, 86 rated, can play left wing and right wing. He has 91 pace, 85 shooting, 85 dribbling, finesse shot, whip pass, rapid, quick step. Isak, your old buddy, is now here as well. Mainly because Salah is now 35 and he has started going down again. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Liverpool have won the title, 91 points. Extremely impressive, right? We have basically turned into the squad that Manchester City had where they won the title back-to-back, I believe like 4 times in the end. We have 91 points to win this, 53 on the goal difference, ahead of City, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's great. If we go into the Community Shield, you'll see we beat Man City there. The FA Cup, well, we're not part of the final. Carabao Cup, we also didn't win that. But here is the big issue. Our team got kicked out of the Champions League by Juventus in the round of 16. This is not good enough. Liverpool is known to do well in Europe, and we are just not doing it. And on top of it, at the age of 35, Alisson is retiring at the end of the season. So is Van Dijk, who is 36 years old now. And to make matters worse, Mo Salah is also retiring. So Salah will be replaced by Anthony Gordon. Van Dijk has already been replaced by Diomande, who's now up to an 89. And Alisson, with his 90 rating, will be replaced by Mamardashvili. Finally, at the age of 27, the 6'6" tall goalkeeper is getting his chance. One last time, Salah comes in with 29 and 12, as Isak comes in with the 32 and 4, relaxing a bit this season. Wirtz is on fire, 34 goal contributions. And now, after the loss of those players, Liverpool win the title again. 95 points, my friends. 5 points ahead of Arsenal, and then Manchester City on only 66. This was only a 2-horse race, which we have managed to win again. Community Shield also belongs to us. The FA Cup goes to Chelsea, Carabao Cup to Crystal Palace, and here is the moment of truth. Second in the league phase in Champions League football. In the round of 16, beating Atalanta. Quarterfinals, beating Sporting, who we obviously purchased Diomande off. And then in the semi-finals, we beat Juventus, which is lovely to see because I remember one of the previous seasons, they kicked us out. So then, I thought I was going to be up against Manchester City, but Dortmund beat them 4-3. And Dortmund actually also beat the likes of Barcelona somewhere around here. Round of 16, where is it? Oh yeah, there, right there on the screen. 4-3 victory. So Dortmund in the final against Liverpool. This is the Klopp finale. And I gotta tell you, I'm impressed because Anthony Gordon has replaced Mo Salah, 90 rated right now. Diomande has replaced Van Dijk, 91. And Mamardashvili replacing Alisson up to an 89. But that's not just it. I mean, the entire starting 11 is absolutely ridiculous. Florian Wirtz on a 95, alongside Isak on the 95 as well. And on the bench, the players are looking solid. Jota, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Jones, Bajcetic, Bradley, Kwanzaa. We have some decent players there who probably could have been improved, but still, it was good enough. And this season's top scorer is Anthony Gordon. He might just win the Ballon d'Or as a Liverpool player. That is going to be fun to see. But Isak comes in with 34 goal contributions. McAllister from CDM comes up with 34. We have Wirtz on 30 and Barcola on 19. And Frimpong, look at that, from right back, 7 and 4. Kerkez, 2 and 9. This is exactly what I'm expecting from these players. They're going to be very offensive. And they will be facing this Dortmund side. Duran, Reina, Brandt, Mastantuono, who apparently now is joining Real Madrid. Schmidt, Vitinha, Rokovata on the left midfield. They have Nico Paz on the bench, Antonio Silva on the bench, Lang is on there. You have in defense Süle, Emre Can, Anton and Kobu. So the Dortmund originals have survived there. That's going to be quite an interesting matchup, you know. As we go into this finale, I gotta tell you, I'm dreading the day and I'm scared of it for when Salah, Van Dijk and some of these players are not going to be part of the starting 11 anymore. I am worried about what's to come for Liverpool, but I'm also extremely excited about what is happening right now. I think we're making the right moves, and if we keep doing that for 2 or 3 transfer windows coming up, I think we'll be totally fine, and Liverpool will have amazing players coming through to replace the ones that we had already. But let's focus on this game right here. The Klopp finale. Liverpool against Dortmund. Alexander Isak, Wirtz, everyone is getting involved. Barcola is looking for Isak again. First chance instantly. Nice steal. Florian Wirtz. Cuts across again. Love that. Gravenberch. Wirtz takes it onto his left. He can hit it. Oh, I thought that was flying in. John Duran, first chance. Mamardashvili, 32 minutes in, we're fine. Kerkez, Barcola, Wirtz, Alexander Isak. Here comes the pace. Are you kidding me? Antonio Silva is going to pick up a red card. If this isn't a red, I am going to be fuming. Yes, it is a red card. Dortmund is down to 10 men. He basically just sacrificed himself for the team. Now, it seems like McAllister's quite decent at taking free kicks. So, let's give it a shot. A lot of power on it. 34 minutes in. Ooh, not bad at all. Frimpong wins the header. Love that. Anthony Gordon. Wirtz. Even the camera was slow on that. Isak. Anthony Gordon on the run. We find him. Gordon. Near post. He wants the Ballon d'Or. You gotta score it. Noah Lang now in the game. Good tackle. Frimpong. Over to Wirtz. This is the combination. Oh, they're completely open down the center. Alexander Isak scores against his former side, if I'm not mistaken, right? At one point in his career, he was at Dortmund, I think. What's going on with their heads? They're glitching through the roofs of the bench. But lads, Liverpool are leading 1-0. This is totally deserved. Wirtz gets the assist. Isak scores the goal. Hopefully that is something that we can see in the future. And by the way, as I was recording this video, now it has actually come out that Liverpool kind of guaranteed to sell Darwin Núñez this summer. So I guess it's a good thing that we sold him on. Uh-oh, Dortmund might actually pull one back. Oh my God. What is going on? Mamardashvili. Incredible save. That reminds me of the save that Alisson made against Napoli in the Champions League. As Alexander Isak gets his own rebound. Could have been another assist for Florian Wirtz, but I don't think this one counts. They completely emptied up the center of the pitch ever since Antonio Silva's red card. Dortmund hasn't reacted, and he's just running around by himself. Look at that. That's terrible from him. Now I'm going to bring on Cody Gakpo. Szoboszlai is going to come on for Gravenberch. Why not? And let's bring on Connor Bradley for Frimpong for good measure. Kekes. Header. Oh no, what the hell? Kekes, what are you doing? Am I going to take a red card? No. I can just go after this calmly, I thought. Duran does the same thing that Isak has done. Oh, Kekes, what have you done? That was horrible from me. I thought my defender was going to be there to pick it up, but I guess not. Dortmund is back into it. Oh my God. What the hell is going on? Wait a second. Diomande, thank you very much. Wirtz across to Cody Gakpo. Isak, is he offside yet? No, he isn't. Isak back into Cody Gakpo. The Dutchman wants to play a part in this finale, and he does. With that, it should be official. 3-1 against Dortmund. We're on fire. Oh, what a ball. Look at him run again. Cody Gakpo. What is he doing? I have no idea how he just got past the goalkeeper. I gotta tell you. 4-1 it is. 5 goals in a Champions League final. What did I do? I think I was about to... Yeah, I was about to do the Ronaldinho skill move, and the ball just went to the right, and then it cancelled. I'll take that. And there it is. The game is done. Dortmund has been crushed. Liverpool has something to celebrate. And here they go, celebrating all the trophies of the season. Bus parade, open tap. That's what we like to see. And as we're about to see who wins the Ballon d'Or, which is going to be Alexander Isak. Hold on a second. I thought it was going to be Anthony Gordon. Didn't he have better numbers this season? But I guess Isak had the best performance in the Champions League finale. But lads, as we do pick up the final trophy of this rebuild, I want to know from you guys in the comments down below, how far do you think Liverpool can take it next season? Can they retain the Premier League title? Can they add other trophies to it? FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or even dream of the Champions League once more? Let me know in the comments down below. This transfer window is a madness. I am looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and peace.